starts in 3 days. Jesus. I'm actually quite excited. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lunchtime Podcast. As you heard from the intro, school is starting in 3 days. I'm actually really excited because I've realized during this break or during summer vacation how boring I actually am. And yeah, okay, at the same time, I haven't traveled much, I haven't been to, the fucking beach, like the usual summer vacation. I've been to quite the opposite, actually. I've been to fucking the coldest countries. Okay, that's not true at all. But I've basically just, traveled through the entirety of Scandinavia. I went to the Netherlands, which I know is not in Scandinavia, but it's close. Went to Denmark twice, and then also Sweden, and you guys know that story. I think that was episode 10, or was it 9? I don't know. I was talking about my, what I was doing in Sweden. Anyway, I'm gonna be home alone for the next 15 hours or something like that. Next 12 hours, or something like that. And I have a full packed day today. First, I have to fucking clean the house. I've never had this much responsibility in my life. I am terrified. I have football training as well. I have to get there. Usually I get driven by car. Just take the tram though. And oh my god, I'm so I know the entire tram system in the area I live. It's so I know everything. I'll never be lost in the city I live in. I'll never be, because I just know my way around. Also, it's quite a small city, but it's not really a city. It's like a mini city. But as you know or may not know, I'm a very anxious guy, and I panic really, really easily. So and this happened also a week ago. I was in the tram to get to training again. Not, usually, as I said, usually I get driven by car from my mom or dad. But this one time, it was around, I think, last week, I had to take the tram, and I know when I have to get out, when my stop is. In fact, my stop is the very last stop. But for some reason, I still panic and get really anxious, what the fuck if I get lost? All I have to do is get out at the last stop, or I keep looking at the number of the tram that I'm in. So, it shows on the outside and also on the inside. And I keep looking if I'm in the right train. I've checked several times already. There's no need to check more. I know where I am, where to go. My brain still tells me you're gonna panic. You're gonna fucking get major anxiety. I don't know why my body does this to me. Maybe I should consider therapy. That might be a good idea. So yeah, I'm training today, and then tomorrow we have our first competitive game. We have a game every 3 days, or around that kind of period. We had one on Wednesday. We won 5-2. We played this team a few months ago, back in June, I believe. We won 4-3. We played quite shit. This time, we played better. Still, I feel like we could have scored more goals, especially me, bro. I had so many good chances. Oh, but it was I was getting so mad. You could see on the pitch, I was getting pissed. I could not. Thing is, right, I didn't even have that bad of a game. Actually, no, wait. No, never mind. I had a shit game. What am I saying? I just made so many mistakes. I just don't know, it wasn't in me. I don't know. I wasn't even running that much. I don't know what it was. I wasn't even tired. I wasn't nervous. But for whatever fucking reason, I just couldn't play. I made several. Well, not several. I guess several. I want to say 2 or 3 of my passes were complete errors and to the opponents, or just passes that were too risky to proceed with. Lost the ball a couple times while dribbling. And then also, my shots were... Okay, I had a good few attacking moments. I did start a counterattack. Wait, did we score from that? No, we nearly did, though. I think... Wait, let me think real quick. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots on goal. 2 of them were mad good. Didn't go in, though. And none of them were actually on target. So they weren't like... Okay, when I say I had 5 shots on goal, I don't mean like I had 5 shots on target, like going to the direction of the goal. But I had, 5 shots that I took. 2 of them were good. We're not on target, but we're good. My first shot of the game came in the first half. I played several positions that game, actually. Most of the time I'll play striker. Or like, okay, I think I've discussed this before. It's like a false 9, not really a striker. It's like a fake striker. And kind of like a midfielder and striker together, made in one. So that's the role I usually played in. However, we didn't have, not a lot of people came to the game today. We only had 12 people. So 11 people on the pitch, 1 sub. And so we didn't have our wingers. We only had 1 winger with us. However, I have experience playing on the wing. In fact, that's where I played most of my life. I've been playing as a winger, but season by season, I guess I've moved more centrally. And so yeah, I played on the right wing for most of the game, for the first half, and then a little bit of the second half, and then I was moved into central midfield for a very, very short time. In fact, I barely got the ball then. But yeah, I moved there. My second half of the game was a little better. I didn't make any mistakes, but still, I don't think I had a good game. All right, I mean, second half, yeah, I didn't make any mistakes, but at the same time, I wasn't playing good, But I guess I didn't make any mistakes, so that's good, in a way. Then I was moved to left wing, and what happened after that? Oh yeah, that was it. Usually, I'll play like 2 positions max in a game, 3, like that's quite, I played the full 70 minutes as well. I think I've said this before in an episode, but I got a vaccine and I was not allowed, the doctors there told me that I was not allowed to take part in intense sports, and I was not allowed to. I could participate in football training, but I wasn't allowed to do like the intense like cardio shit, like the fucking beep test. I'm sure we all know what the beep test is. I'm not gonna explain it because it brings me nightmares. But yeah, things like that, those really intense things, mainly to do with cardio. And also I wasn't allowed to play games all the way through, which I usually do because of the position I play. No one else can really understand the position as I can because I have more experience with it. So, yeah, I wasn't allowed to play all the games through, although I started all of them, and played most of it. I played probably 60 minutes of the games, and then the last 10 minutes I was taken off. That's what usually happened. But yeah, I played the full 70 minutes, although I don't think I had that good of a game. I think I could have played better. I don't know, I was just... My passes were kind of they were questionable, not as in if there were good passes in terms of the quality of how how accurate it was, but in terms of how smart it was. It just made these really fucked up passes that made no sense. But yeah, I had back to the shots because that's what we all care about, the individual performances. I'm kidding. I'm not that fucking big of an ego. I had 1 shot in the first. Well, I had several shots in the first half. Or did I? Oh no, I had 6 shots in total. Actually, I had 2 shots in the first half. First one was a volley. Right, the ball came in from the corner. I knew right away because no one was really marking me. I was sort of at the back, like second, like what do you call it? End post. What do you call it when you're like at the when you're at the back post? Sorry, back post of the corner. So or at the free kick. You're at the post further away from the corner, or from where the ball is, basically. That's where I was, and I knew straight away no one was really marking. Well, there was someone, but he wasn't really like trying really. And I had a free shot on goal, but my fucking foot like fucked my shot. Uh, so the ball came in, bounced once. I was gonna half volley it with my right foot. This was from a corner, by the way, and I was maybe a meter away from the goal. I fucking missed. I missed. Basically, what happened was my foot kind of betrayed me, and I wanted to shoot with the outside of my foot, or like not outside, no, not outside my foot, but like the very middle of my foot with my laces, right? So it would go straight forward towards the goal, right? But my foot betrayed me, and last second moved, so that I would hit it with the left side of my foot, the inside of my foot, right? So it would go left. I don't know if you can really image that. But yeah, it just curled away. I just hit one of the defenders. I just fucking volleyed him the fucking, like, I don't know what I think I hit him, like, in the lungs. Didn't actually hit his lungs, but, like, you know, the area there. Like his chest. That's what I meant. The chest. My second shot was quite good. I cut inside from the right side. Dribbled, like, past 2 I think. And then it was quite a long distance, to be fair. I was contemplating if I wanted to shoot, but I just went, like, alright. Now or never, really. So I just shot. It was a good shot, really. It was actually quite a powerful shot, to my surprise. But in the end, it was going to go top left corner. It was going to. But it skimmed. I swear to God, it skimmed the post. I fucking wanted that to go in, because I don't score a lot of long shots. In fact, I think I've scored one long shot in my fucking football career. Which isn't a lot. Maybe just because I don't get into positions for it. And because I play like a striker kind of position. But yeah, you know, I have to be closer to the goal. Who knows though? And then we move into the second half. I was still playing right wing. I had 7 shots on goal. Never mind. This one. Okay, so I think this was the first shot for me on goal of the second half. I should have scored. This one out of all the shots, this was the one I had to score. More than the 1 meter one. Actually, no, that's a lie. That 1 meter one, I fucking know I had to score that. But okay, apart from that one, apart from the first shot of the game, this was the one I had to score. So I dribbled past 1. I got past like 2, and I just started to overcomplicate things and started to cut inside. Although I could have just shot with my right foot. And my right foot isn't that bad, to be fair, either. Like, I'm quite decent with it as well. I've taken free kicks with my right foot, in fact. Okay, I just had to boast about that. That's just something that really makes me proud, okay? Anyway, I could have shot, alright? I could have shot, but I overcomplicated things and cut inside even more into the box. Well, I was already in the box at that point, but I just decided to go further. Decided to cut inside more centrally for whatever reason. I didn't have to, and then fucked it. I could have fucking scored, man. It annoys me now as well. Like, it's so fucking. Why'd I do that? I could have just played it simple and just shot right away instead of fucking dribbling past a third and fourth. There's no point. So yeah, that was my mistake. Like all the other shots. Ooh, okay, what was the 4th shot? Well, I need to think. Ooh, I don't remember the one. I don't remember the order, but I remember all the shots. So I think the next one, it was another corner, actually. This time I'm also back post. This time I'm playing left wing. And I control it with my chest. It bounces once, and I control it with my chest. And I kind of turn backwards, right? So I've put myself in a difficult angle. This time, what I could have done to simplify it, just control it with my chest and shot it straight away with my right. Instead, I controlled it with my chest and turned to my left. So I was in a difficult angle and had to shoot with my left. That, again, my fucking mistake. The fifth shot was... Ooh. Wait a second. Did I have 7 shots on goal? Huh, wait. I need to think here. Wait a second, so... Oh, no. Okay, no, sorry. My fifth shot was something... Oh, my fifth shot was... This was going to be the dream goal for me. The left back we had playing for us today. So we had 2 players, because from our age group, we only had 10 people come. And we needed a full squad. We need 11 people. So... And then also at least 1 sub. So 2 people from the age group under us came. And I think one of them plays like midfielder and also center back. And then the other one plays left back. He's a beast. He's a fucking machine. He is an 8th grader, or he's an 8th grader. For them, school has already started, because they're all German. They all go to German schools. I go to an international school, so mine starts 2 weeks after theirs. So they're all in... Well, the people in my age group, I think most of them are all in 9th grade. Most of them. But I think one of them actually had to redo, I think 7th grade it was, because he just used shit. So yeah, he would be in 9th grade, but I think he's going to 8th grade now. So, the age group under us, they're all going to 8th grade. And so, this guy, he's fucking bulky. Like, he's got muscles. He's got fucking insane calves. Calves, right? Calves. He's got insane calves. It's fucking mad. He's got such a powerful shot. And he swings this beautiful pinpoint cross, like it was an early cross as well, from, I want to say maybe 5 meters deeper, or like 5 meters further away. What am I trying to say? 5 meters in front of the fucking... half line, you know what I mean, the 50 meter line, right? So he's swinging it across from 45 meters away, and it's got a beautiful curve on it. It's coming straight to me. I had to run maybe a couple 3 meters or so. Is that too much? Okay, yeah, he was like 4 meters. Okay, he was like 3 meters away from the halfway line, or something like that. And he swings in this beautiful cross after the run, maybe like 2 meters or something. It didn't even bounce, right? Usually you'd wait, you're not that confident to, directly shoot from a high ball, because, well, it's just easier for you to shoot when the ball has bounced, and then you do a half volley, that's what it's called. But I went in full hard with my right foot. I had to shoot. This time, not like the first shot on goal of the game for me. I actually shot with my laces. It was a beautiful, beautiful shot. It would have. Oh my god! In my head, I was like, this thing is gonna hit the crossbar and go in. It's gonna go right under the crossbar, top left corner. Fucking hell! It skimmed the crossbar. It skimmed the crossbar. It went over. It was such a beautiful shot. I hit it directly as well, bro. That was going to be a dream goal for me. That thing was beautiful, okay? Fucking beautiful. And I fucked it. And then the 6th goal was the one where I controlled it with my chest. Oh, no, wait. The one with the volley, this one I think was the 4th one. I've lost count. Then the 5th one was the one where I controlled it with my chest. I was playing left wing. The 6th one, I was free, so I was watching for offside, but there's no one around me, right? I was on the left side, inside the box from the left side. I had a clear shot on goal if the ball was passed straight to me. When the strikers passed to me, I was free in goal. I just hit it over. It just went over the crossbar. I was maybe like a couple, 2.5 meters away from the goal. I could have, no. 4 meters away from the goal, maybe. 3.5. I don't know. I'm overcomplicating things here. But, I had a clear shot on goal. I was open and I shot it. I missed. It went over. Oh my god, it was a brilliant chance. And then the 7th chance. Wait, what was it again? Maybe that was the 7th chance. Oh my god, I fucking lost count. What is wrong with me? I think that was the 7th chance. And then the one where I controlled with the chest was the 6th chance, and then the 5th chance was the volley. I think that's how it's meant to be. Yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna say that's what it was, because I can't be bothered. So I'm really excited for the game on Saturday. I want to score at least 1 goal. I'll be really, really happy if I score 2, because I've been kind of on a goal drought lately. We've had a few friendlies. I want to say 4, 4 or something like that, and I didn't score a single one. Nearly. I had a lot of chances. I could have scored in every one of them, to be fair. But I just didn't. I don't know. I did really well towards the end of the last season. We had a few friendlies. I've discussed this before on a few episodes. We had this, because of lockdown, the second lockdown, we had this huge break. We couldn't go to football training. We had no matches. And then we had football training again. And then we had some matches, but they were only friendlies, so we can get back into the groove of things. So yeah, it was some friendlies, and I think I scored 3 and 4. In one game I scored 2 goals, and then another game I scored 1. So I was in a good goal scoring mood, and in training as well. I was, doing well. But lately in training and in matches, I don't know, I haven't been performing to what I usually perform to. I don't know what's happened. Maybe it was just the summer break between the 2 seasons. Maybe it was that. But yeah, we have training today, and we're focusing on finishing and shooting. So that's gonna be useful. And yeah, I hope I can get back into the groove of things, because wait, I actually have it here. I have written down, this book is fucking dusty. Okay, so in this book, I've written down my goals for the season. I feel like I'm getting a deja vu. I feel like I have said this before. So, I'm just going to say it again. I'm quite sure I've said this before. Alright, these are my goals. My season targets. Score 5 goals in the league. I think I can do that. Make 10 assists in the league. Okay, that one is quite a difficult one. 10 assists. Also, assists is something that you don't, by yourself, you don't really keep count of. Because you don't really notice it when you make an assist, right? So that could be difficult. But there's a site that keeps track of all your stats. Also in youth football. So maybe that's gonna... Yeah, hopefully that's gonna be able... hopefully I'm gonna... hopefully it's gonna... What am I fucking trying to say here? Hopefully it's gonna record all my stats. But that could be a hard one, to be fair, because even 10 assists is quite a lot, actually. So I think I've overdone that one a little bit. Score 2 goals in the cup. The funny thing is, actually, we were meant to have a cup game. Our first competitive game of the season was meant to be a cup game. I think it was meant to be on Monday. Or no, wait. It was meant to be last Saturday. We were supposed to have a cup game. However, they canceled it, and the team couldn't play because one of the players got sick, and so they didn't want to risk that sickness spreading because it could be COVID. So, because he could have spread it to his teammates, and his teammates would spread it to us in the game. So, we didn't want to, make sense. And so I believe they got disqualified, which is a little bit harsh. And so we're into the next round of the cup already. So, GG's to us. Good game. Make 4 assists in the cup. That's not that hard, I don't think, but that's in my goal. Take and score my first free kick. I really want to score a free kick. I really do. I think everyone does. And we've had a couple of free kick chances. I haven't taken any of them because they haven't been from my sort of, because I shoot with my left, right? And so, preferably, I would want the free kick spot to be at the right side so I can curl it, right, with my left. But we haven't got a chance like that. All of our free kicks have either been from, the middle, or, middle left, or the left. More preferred for the right-footed players. So, yeah. Because we had this one training session where we had some free kicks, or we did some free kicks. I was on fire that day. So I think maybe the coach has kept that in mind, and maybe I can take the free kicks when they're from the right side. Score a penalty. Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. I do really want to, but I don't think that's going to happen because I'm just not a penalty taker. I'm shit at penalties. Honestly, I think I should have crossed that out. Now it's too late. I've made the season targets too late now. If I fail that one, I guess I fail it because, I doubt I'm gonna take a penalty. There might be chances for me to take a penalty if all the other penalty or preferred penalty takers are on the bench. But other than that, I don't see a possibility. Score 2 goals outside the box. So, in total, I want to score 7 goals in this season. So, 5 goals in the league, 2 in the cup, and 2 of those 7 goals I want to be outside the box. Improve defensive work rate. Now, that's one that I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna measure that. That's always what my science teacher tells me in lab reports. It's fucking annoying, but in this case, I understand. How am I supposed to? I guess I just know when when I feel it, and I personally think I already have, but it's preseason, so I can only determine if I've succeeded at the very end of the season, when all the games are done. But yeah, so I guess I'll just know. I don't really know. It's not really something you can measure, so it's quite vague. Is that the word you would use? Quite a vague goal. I don't think it is. Also, another sick thing actually. I found out this morning. So I was checking through. Have any of you heard of ManageBack? It's basically the site that a lot of schools use to kind of set. It's got everything. It's got all your grades for tests and for all your classes, exams, assessments, all those sort of things. It also has the calendar and the schedule, when homework is due or assignments are due, things like that. All that jazz, all the school jazz. Why am I talking about ManageBack? This has nothing to do with ManageBack. But okay, have you guys heard of Google Classroom? Yes. Actually, wait, no. ManageBack does matter in this story because ManageBack, for whatever reason, they've never done this. But so basically, school for me starts on the 23rd of August, and ManageBack is only going to open on the 21st of August. So that's 2 days before school starts. So basically, 2 days before I get to find out, before school starts, I get to find out tomorrow, I get to find out who my teachers are, who's in my class, my schedule. And that's a problem because you don't know, what? Actually, wait. It's not really that big of a problem. I'm overreacting here. Never mind. False alarm. I was about to say like, oh, it's a big problem because I just give a bullshit reason, but it's not actually that big of a problem when I think about it. But yeah, it's a little annoying because obviously I want to know who's in my homeroom, because I remember, in previous years, I've got to see who is in my homeroom like weeks before school started. Now I have to wait till tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna check at midnight. If maybe it's open at midnight, I really hope it is. But I already got some Google. Google. Why am I saying Google? Google. Fuck. Let me get this 100% correct. Google Classroom. I got a few class invites to. Okay, what classes did I get invites to? I think I got to music, and thank God I got a good music teacher. This music teacher fucking adores me. I am the teacher's pet, and every year I've been with her in music, I've been her teacher's pet. She has this thing where she always has two teacher's pets, one male, one female, and then she's got like side hoes, as well. Others that she sometimes relies on. I've been invited to my 9th grade Mandarin class, my 9th grade German class, which I got this morning, and also my PE class. And each year, I've been in A classes, so let me explain a little bit. So you know how every class or every grade has several classes, and the way they sort of organize these classes is by, putting letters in front of the grade number. So you have, let's say you're in 7th grade, you have 7A, 7B, 7C, and maybe like 18 students in each of those classes, something like that. That's how it is with us. And in 6th grade, I was in 6A. In 7th grade, I was in 7A. In 8th grade, I was in 8A. And in 9th grade, guess what? I'm in 9B. I'm kidding. I'm in 9A. So 4 years running up in A classes. Pog. So my plan is to be in A classes for my entire time here at this school. I could, high chance, I will be graduating in this school. I asked my mom, like, months and months ago. She probably said that we'll probably never move from here, which sounds like prison, but and oh shit, we've been going for 30 minutes now. I did not realize that. So, this is actually, I've been like ranting about school and football for the past 32 minutes. So, let's switch to another topic and actually talk about what I've planned for today's episode, because that was me just, I guess that was the story of the day segment. Fuck it. We'll just say it was. So the actual idea for today's episode was to talk about the difficulties of being a solo podcaster. And so I found the site, how to plan and produce a captivating solo podcast. How did I find the site, you may ask? That doesn't need to be discussed. So, there are several different subtitles or sections for this website. You got the pros of going solo, and then, what's the other one? Cons of going solo. So, pros are the good things, cons are the shit things. So I just wanted to sort of determine if these things are true, and if I find these things, true, because I have experience. Well, I have 11 episodes experience of solo podcasting, so here we go. Number 1, control over content, and this is completely true. Okay, let's see what it says here. When going it alone, okay, great site, having great grammar. You have the final say on every decision. From the kind of content you're uploading to the tone and feel of the show, it's all up to you. You've got complete creative control over a solo podcast, and the only person you ever need to compromise with is yourself. That is completely true. You know what? Actually, I was going to say something, but I'm going to leave that for next episode. Because the next episode might be a very special one. Because it's not completely planned yet. But it's going to be good, let me say. It's going to be something different. Little teaser for that. If you've got a particular creative vision for the show you want to make, more control might be exactly what you want. There's no co-host to get into arguments with or distract you from your goals, and no time wasted convincing other people your ideas are worth a shot. It also removes the reliance on guests to supply great content, because let's face it, podcast guests aren't created equal. What? I don't know what that means. Some will launch into a long-winded self-promotional pitch at the first available opportunity with a solo podcast. It's up to you to decide what is likely to be of most interest to your listeners. I can imagine that with the guest thing, where they just start, promoting their own podcast at every possibility. I can imagine that. If you do that on my show, let me just say you're never getting invited ever again. In fact, that episode might not even get uploaded, so fuck you. But yeah, that's actually, I agree with this one. But what did it say this? There's no co-host to get into arguments with or distract you from your goals. Now, I don't really get the distract you from your goals thing. We're not talking about that. We're talking about there's no co-host to get into arguments with. For me, I actually want this. Okay, not necessarily arguments, but I want to get into debates and discuss in deep thoughts, in deep, just get into deep discussions. Because, well, the idea of this podcast is kind of like, me and you, in this case, you're my friends, sitting at a lunch table in fucking my school's cafeteria. Right, you're sitting with me at the school cafeteria. And if you have experience with this, you have some of the sickest conversations in those times. Let me just say. You have some of the, you just fucking rant or ramble about some of the most random shit. And that's the idea of this podcast, I'm sitting here alone, without any of my friends, but in theory, you, the audience, are my friends sitting at this lunch table with me. Now, I have no one to actually talk to, so basically, if you think about this, you think, I'm actually at a lunch table in the cafeteria, it's just me talking. Did that make any sense? Not sure. Thing is, right, I want someone to talk to, right? In this case, it's just me talking on my own. There's no co-host to get into arguments with. Now, this is kind of more opinion-based, I feel, right? Because sometimes it depends on your podcast, right? If you're going solo, but you want to get into arguments and debates, I recommend having a co-host. Maybe not every episode, but that's definitely something I've fucking phone notification. I think every episode we've had a phone notification, okay? Every fucking episode, okay? Fucking Twitch notification. So it depends on the idea of your podcast, because some people, they just go into making a podcast not really knowing what the fuck they're doing. Like I am, to be fair. So if you're wanting to get into debates and arguments, you want a co-host regularly. So that's one mistake I've made, to be fair. I've wanted to get into debates and arguments since the very beginning, but that's where next episode comes in play. Yet another teaser. Alright, let's move on to the second thing. Post-production is easier. Having only one voice to record makes the entire production process a whole lot easier. All you need is a microphone, some free recording software, and you're set. You never have to rely on other people's equipment or internet connection to record top-quality audio. Recording an interview remotely lives or dies on the strength of your guest's mic and Wi-Fi. Solo podcasts aren't as vulnerable to tech problems. Editing is also easier when it's only your voice. A natural conversation, interrupting and talking over one another is pretty common. Cutting all that mess so your podcast sounds clean and easy on the ears can eat up quite a bit of time. But when it's just you, all you've got to edit out is any long pauses or fumbles in sentences. Now, this is something I didn't do in the beginning, and then recently I've been, cutting out more, when these I do that all the fucking time. It's so annoying. But fuck off, man! I did it again! So basically, when I have these long pauses, I just cut those out, and you should. I really recommend you do. If you don't, it's not a very good presentation. You know? Does that make sense? I agree with this one again. I had an experience, and I'll get more to this on the next episode, where I had this experience, should I call it an experience? So basically, this podcast was meant to be a duo podcast with a co-host of one of my friends. In the end, we didn't do it that way, and I'm doing it alone. So I can agree with this with this problem, like these tech problems and audio problems, because this is exactly what we had when we recorded the first episode. I was a lot louder. Well, I wasn't loud. I was a lot louder. I wasn't even that loud. I was quite quiet, but my friend, we just barely fucking hear him. And also, there was something wrong with the audio, like it was with mine. It was like very echoey. So, when it comes to that, you're just gonna have to fumble with your settings, and you have to re-record the entire episode. And let's say you had a great time recording that episode, but you fucked up the audio. So all that fun it's fucking gone. So I completely agree with the audio thing in post-production. It just makes it so much easier. Make your own schedule. Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, I don't even really have that. I don't even have a schedule. Well, I have an upload schedule, but I don't have like a recording schedule, And I made one when we first had the idea of making this podcast, me and my friend. And so we made this schedule, and I never even asked him if this schedule was fine. I just kind of gave him a Google document and said, all right, this is the schedule. We record them these days and upload them these days. And that was it. Number 4. Connect with your audience on a deeper level. In a solo podcast, you talk directly to your audience, not guests. For listeners, it'll feel like you're addressing them personally, listening to a voice piped directly inside their head when it rubs shoulders with their own thoughts. Creates a sense of intimacy. Where it rubs shoulders with your own thoughts, creates a sense of intimacy. I don't know, okay. Alright, that made no grammatical sense. I should stop talking about grammar. You can gain your audience's trust on a deeper level with a solo podcast if you do it right. I can agree. I guess what they're trying to say is sort of the communication is a lot different. I can agree because when you talk with your friends, you tend to make like inside jokes, the audience doesn't really get it, and then you're gonna have to explain this entire thing, right? So, and you're kind of talking about things that only you and your co-host, if they're your friends understand. There's no number 5. Cons of going solo. Workload can't be shared. A trouble shared is a trouble halved. When you're making a podcast by yourself, all the work is on you. Depending on the kind of person you are, this could make for a pretty stressful and overwhelming time. There's also no one to cover for you if you can't record for some reason, like if you're ill. Ooh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, that's a strong point. Basically, they're saying that you're doing all the work. That's the shortest way you can say it. You're doing all the work. For me personally, I don't really have experience with this, so I can't really determine if this is true or not. But I can fully imagine it, because I haven't really had that much stress. My podcast is popping off at the moment, honestly. So thank you so much. 614 downloads as we speak, but I still haven't had that much stress with it. I haven't really. I mean, the biggest amount of stress I've had is when I've had to rush record, which I've had several times where I've had no time, or simply I've just been lazy to record on previous days, or on earlier days, days before the day the episode is meant to come out. For example, today I'm rush recording this. What a coincidence. Today's Friday. The episode's meant to come out today, and I didn't have time before. This is not a lie. I wasn't being lazy the past week. I genuinely have had no time. So, that's like the most amount of stress. I mean, even that hasn't really given me stress, but I guess that's the biggest amount of stress I've personally experienced with this podcasting thing. You have to come up with all the ideas. Oh my fucking god, I hate coming up with ideas. This is the worst shit ever. My ideas list is running low. Like, my ideas list, like, I'll have, for episodes, I have, like, at the moment, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 episode ideas. And the thing is with me, right, I'll, do all of those ideas, and then when it's, like, with the last 2 ideas, I'll finally, like, come up with new ideas, and it's always, like, this thin line or this thin barrier, like, it's kind of like risky play, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you record all your video ideas, and then you're nearly running out, you're at the brim of running out, you have, like, 2 more ideas left, or, like, 1 more episode idea. And then you finally come up with more, and it's really stressful. And then you find, okay, you have this really good feeling of relief, but then it's just this cycle, and I've had this cycle so many times. And this is so true. I just can't think of ideas. I can't think of ideas at the moment. This ideas list has been the same for, like, a month now, because I haven't been able to find any good ideas for episodes. So if you have any ideas, please tell me in the comments on YouTube, or email us, thelunchtimeqna at gmail.com. I know it says Q&A, but you can also, it doesn't have to be questions. It can also just be suggestions, or join the Discord server. If you're on YouTube, then it will be in the description. So will the email and all the other links to the show. Number 3, I believe? Yeah, number 3. It's harder to stay motivated if you're, motivating yourself to create a regular schedule and actually stick to it is harder when you're the only one to let down. You've got to get into the habit of making episodes regularly. This is obviously easier said than done. So if you're prone to procrastination, solo podcasting might not be right for you. Ha! That sounds like something very familiar. Alright, let's skip that one. How about that? Delivering an engaging monologue is hard. Keeping up a monologue for a long period of time is a lot harder than it sounds. The amount of editing I have to do for these episodes, you might think, like, ooh. You might think it's not a lot. Trust me. Solo podcasting, you have to do a lot more editing between the episodes, because sometimes you just don't have things to talk about, right? So I don't have a script that I talk. This is completely unscripted. I have, like, bullet points of things that I want to touch on, or topics I want to touch on, but I don't write every single word that I want to say, right? I believe that's it. Now the rest of it is just, like, tips on solo podcasting and if you should do it or not, but no, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about the pros and cons, see if they were correct. All of them, for me, they are correct. They're fucking spot on, although I haven't experienced all of these. If they're cons, I haven't experienced all of them, because so far, I am fucking flawless. No, that's a joke, but, I haven't experienced that much with solo podcasting when it comes to problems, I guess. That's all I have to talk about for that, what I've planned, really. Because that's the main thing I've planned for today's episode. And that's not even the thing we've been talking about for the longest time. Like, does that make sense? That's not even the thing that I've been talking about for the majority of the episode. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. How about we talk about some YouTube? Huh? How about that? My YouTube channel, at the moment, popping off with the 10 subscribers. It hasn't changed for months now. I uploaded a video 2 weeks ago. It's a banger, let me just say. It's a fucking banger. It's such a good video. I'm in the middle of editing a new shenanigans video. But so what I've done, I've deleted all my other videos because if you didn't know this, I uploaded other videos that aren't these sort of gaming videos that I do now, right? Before I did storytime videos, commentary, and like Reddit videos. That's kind of what I do now here. Well, not the Reddit or not the commentary. Well, I guess commentary, I guess, in a way. But the story time, that's what we do. We do story of the day. I've deleted those videos. Well, I think I've unlisted them, not deleted them, because maybe you want to look back at them. And I've just kept the shenanigans videos. The shenanigans is a series that I have, just where I record me and my friends' gaming sessions, and make them into a compilation sort of thing. And they are some of my favorite videos I've ever made. These are fucking bangers. They're hilarious, especially the latest one. It's fucking hilarious. I fucking love this one. And I've been starting to think for think of a new series I want to do. All I do, alright, is the shenanigans series. It's the only series I have on my channel. It's the only thing I upload on my channel. I've been trying to think for another sub-series, that, like, a secondary series, because this is my main series, right? This is primary, this is priority. But I also want to have, like, a secondary series that I can, do whenever I, don't upload or haven't uploaded a video. Something like that maybe takes less time, because things like these take a lot of time, because sometimes you just don't get, clips or entertaining moments in your sessions. That's just, the mood of the, others and you, maybe that's just it. But I've been trying to think for an actual series, and it's taken me so long to think of something. I still haven't thought of something, but I want it to be something related to what I do now, something surrounding maybe like comedy, maybe gaming, not really, comedy or entertainment, obviously entertainment, but as I said, comedy. I'll say that again. Comedy is one, and yeah, I don't know. I've tried to put a lot of thought into it, but it's just so difficult to think of a series. I don't want to think of the name first. I just want to think of the idea, and then I'll come up with the name. But I just haven't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have any ideas whatsoever. So if you have any ideas for a secondary series I could do, that would mean the world to me. Because I don't only want to upload the shenanigans series, but that's what I want to upload the most. But then at the same time, I want to have this other series going on that I do. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Next episode coming next Friday, which is the 27th, I believe. Yes, the 27th. The first Friday of the school week. Ooh, interesting. So yeah, make sure to follow our new Instagram account. Well, it's not really new. We've had it for a couple of weeks now. But or even like a month now. And also our Spotify. The podcast is available on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube. Okay, let me not fuck this up like it did last episode. Stitcher. No, not Stitcher. Sorry, not Stitcher. Radio Public. What's the other one? Fuck. Oh shit, no! I fucked it again. No! How do I always forget this? I gotta look real quick. Make sure to check out the podcast on Spotify, Amazon Prime, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and Radio Public, and also follow us on Instagram where we post frequent updates, and then also join the Discord server. And if you have any questions or any ideas or suggestions, the lunchtimeqna@gmail.com. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you for listening, it means a lot. See you guys in the next episode next Friday. Peace.